Kansas State Basketball, 1960-61. A young Wildcat squad without the usual ingredients of championship cage teams parlayed depth, defense, and scramble into the Wildcats' fourth successive Big Eight championship. Although lacking a superstar, K-State had excellent depth, and that depth paid off with a remarkable 22-5 record. The Wildcat Cagers, perennially popular with fans, played before capacity home crowds most of the way. First game of 1960-61, a Hearn Fieldhouse opener against Texas A&M. Mike Wroblewski demonstrates his soft hook. The big 6'8 Wildcat center, who was sixth man for K-State and showed early season power in this game, hits again from point-blank range. Wroblewski is from South Bend, Indiana. Another Wildcat from South Bend, Pat McKenzie, 6'5 forward, was a starter all the way for K-State. McKenzie, a steady all-around performer, was an important cog in the K-State machine throughout the season. His favorite shot, this soft, medium-range jumper. Only senior on the squad was Cedric Price, 6'5 center, who was second leading scorer with 17 points a game. Here he hits a short jumper over Indiana's All-America, Walt Bellamy. Price collected 29 points against the formidable Hoosiers. He displayed tremendous quickness and jumping ability, scoring from under the basket on numerous occasions. In early season non-league play, the Wildcats beat Texas A&M, lost to Indiana at home. Then on a trip to the West Coast, playing in the new Los Angeles Sports Arena, they lost a close one to UCLA, won from the powerful Southern California Trojans, and on the way home, defeated New Mexico at Albuquerque. Price, a big scorer, but equally valuable on defense, here will block a shot by North Carolina's 6'9", Dick Ketley. Now watch as the Wildcat center caps this effort by scoring on the tail end of the K-State fast break. Larry Conley, 6'5 forward, who led the Wildcats with more than 18 points a game, had the biggest night of his career against those same Tar Heels with 33 points. His favorite shot, a fall-away jumper. The Cats trailed most of the way in this big one, but gained a 65-all tie in regulation play, then won it in overtime in the annual Sunflower Classic first night action. Second night of the doubleheaders, playing at Lawrence against Michigan State, the Wildcats overpowered the Spartans 104-82, relying on balanced scoring. That's Conley. Those 104 points set an Allen Fieldhouse scoring record. A pressing K-State defense. Richard Avey steals. Al Pfeifman scores. Sophomore forward Gary Marriott was a starter in this game. The 6'5 sharpshooter from Osage City hits well against the Spartans. Here's another one. The Wildcat Guard Corps had a big role in the big season, led by 6-foot Richard Avey, Jr. from Stafford. Avey displays his patented set shot from outside. Avey kept enemy defenders honest with his fine accuracy. And with his ball-hawking tactics, he was a thorn in the side of most opponents. Time and again throughout the season, he pulled off steals like this. And he hit like this. Avey's accuracy was a major factor in Kansas State's come-from-behind wins over Oklahoma and Oklahoma State that launched the Wildcats on the way to their fourth successive Big Eight championship. This close one with the Cowboys in a Hearn Fieldhouse was a key game. The Wildcats employed delayed tactics, and the versatile Avey ices the contest with this clutch layup. This game with Iowa State followed a narrow victory over the Cyclones at Ames, won on a late basket by Al Pfeifman, and and left the Wildcats in a deadlock with Kansas for the Big 8 lead. Here in early action, Pfeifman makes a steal, then drives for a solo basket. The 6'1" guard from Hebron, Nebraska, was the only sophomore to hold a starting berth for the Wildcats. Here's his patented jump shot from the side. The hot-shooting Cyclones had the Wildcats 6 points down with a minute and a half to play before Pfeifman, in a hero's role, came on to lead a closing surge that nipped Iowa State's bid for the upset. A Cyclone free throw puts Iowa State 5 points in front and time running out. Pfeifman wastes no time, cutting it to 3. An alert interception by Cedric Price. A quick pass to Phil Heitmeyer, and the Wildcats trail by just 1. That set the stage for Pfeifman's big goal in one of the most thrilling finishes in Wildcat basketball. 30 seconds left. The Cyclones at the free throw line. Watch now as the Wildcats calmly set it up for Pfeifman to take that last second shot. He hits it, and the crowd goes wild. Then came the big intrastate battle with Kansas, and what a game it was for Wildcat fans. Mike Wroblewski hits the first of 3 in a row against the Jayhawks. The Wildcats trailed in early action, and Coach Tex Winter set in the shock troops to rejuvenate the Cat lineup. The switch gave the Wildcats life as they came from behind to take an all-important win. Big Mike Wroblewski, who traditionally is at his best against Kansas, nets another one. Another reliable frontline replacement that game was Phil Heitmeyer, Kansas City junior, who added fine depth to the Wildcat forward core. Watch him hit this one on a clever maneuver underneath. Seconds later, Heitmeyer poured through a jump shot from the free throw circle. It was a flurry by Cedric Price just before halftime that brought the Wildcats from 7 points back to an 11-point lead. Here's Price spearheading what was generally described as one of the greatest team efforts ever shown by the Wildcats. But it was the inspired play of rookie Dave Nelson that impressed Wildcat fans even more. Dave, a 6'5" sophomore from Manhattan, had seen only minor action up to this point. He was the game's leading rebounder and scored a 19-point total. His spirited play sent Wildcat fans home with strong hopes for a K-State title. The Wildcats score an 18-point win over Kansas to tie the Jayhawks for the Big 8 lead. In late season play against Missouri Ahern Fieldhouse, the Wildcats with an 8-2 league record are tied with Kansas for the conference lead. Larry Comley takes charge in this game. Comley feared as an outside shooter, although he is an aggressive rebounder too. Watch this difficult tip-in by the Wildcat forward. Comley, all Big 8 forward and the Wildcats' leading scorer and rebounder, hit 8 baskets against the Tigers on a wide variety of shots. He demonstrates his amazing versatility coming up here as he scores with a high-speed layup shot. Warren Brown added strong firepower to the Wildcats' backline division. Watch this well-executed maneuver as Brown scores on a driving layup. Brown, a junior from Lee's Summit, Missouri, displayed amazing basketball intuition with his ability to shake loose his defender for a high-percentage shot. The Wildcat junior also had a knack for being in the right spot at the right time. He recovers a loose ball to start a K-State break. Then he's there to finish the play with a timely tip-in. Final Big 8 game of the season. The Wildcats face Colorado with the league title already wrapped up. It was Cedric Price's final home court appearance, and the All-Conference Center scored 24 points in this game. Price was named to play in the East-West Shrine game and was elected honorary captain. K-State's most inspirational player by his teammates. Sedgwick finished his career at Kansas State, having played on his third championship club. It was the Wildcats' fourth conference title in succession, their fifth in the last 6 seasons. In postseason NCAA play, the Wildcats have another crack at the national title. They defeated Houston in first-round play in the Midwest Regionals at Lawrence. This set the stage for a showdown battle with the Cincinnati Bearcats, ranked second in the nation. K-State ranked fourth in both major polls. Drawing starting roles for K-State, forwards Larry Conley and Pat McKenzie, center Cedric Price, and guards Al Feitman and Richard Davey. The Wildcats start strong in this crucial battle, gaining a 7-point first-half lead. Pat McKenzie goes high over the bucket for this tip-in. Al Feitman, at his best in this game, peppered the nets from the outside with 5 first-half buckets. Careful Wildcat set play earns an opening for Larry Conley. Scoring, as you've noticed, was well balanced in this feature game. Richard Davey hits a set from the side. Cincinnati pulled even at halftime, but the Wildcats opened another 7-point lead in the second half before bowing to the powerful Bearcats, who went on to win the National Basketball Championship. Despite that final loss, the 1960-61 Wildcats achieved an outstanding 22-5 record against the nation's finest teams and enhanced their reputation as a national basketball power.